The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Orsini's Home Store, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Cody's Auto Body, The Palace Lounge, CMA Honda, the Berkeley County Health Department, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, CMA Chrysler Dodge, WVU East, the law firm of Burke Schultz Harmon and Jenkinson, RAI Properties, Parsons Ford, Rocks, Gary Kelly Allstate, and Panhandle Dumpsters.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
High school basketball, boys basketball matchup between Hedgesville and Kaiser. It is Hedgesville's Hardwood Classic this weekend, so we'll have two games for you here tonight as Hedgesville takes on Kaiser, and Jefferson will be in action against Idea. But the Eagles coming off of the victory the other night, and we caught up with Hedgesville head coach Kelly Church prior to the game. Here's Coach Church.
We're pretty locked in on our.
Here with Coach Kelly Church of the Hedgesville Eagles. Coach, 1-0 start to the season, got the win the other night. What did you take away from the game?
Obviously, we were pretty locked in on our defensive game plan, and then, it's one thing to come up with a game plan, another thing to get the kids to execute the game plan, and that takes a lot of buy-in on their part, and we thought we did an extremely good job on Landon Pence, stuck out. So it's one of those things, if you're a non-basketball guy, well, whoever scores the most points is they had a great game. And the reality of it is Landon Pence had a phenomenal basketball game. The kid hit a three fairly early when Landon slipped. Other than that, he didn't score. It's just, and he's a baseball kid, so we say, he came pretty close to pitching a shutout. So we're really pleased with that. And then, team unity, unselfishness, once you get up by a fairly sizable margin, sometimes kids turn it into now it's my turn. We thought we did pretty well not doing that. So, pleased with where we're at. We think we got a long way to go, and just try to get a little bit better every day.
And you mentioned the balance there, and that comes in many different ways. You didn't want to focus on scoring, but when it comes to scoring, your three, most experienced guys led you in that category. So what'd you like from those guys?
Well, Noah handles the ball most of the time. Anytime he gives us a little bit of a scoring boost at all, it's great. It's one of those things we ask the kids to grade themselves out after the game before we give them their grade out based on statistics. And, so when we talk to TD, and TD's B-, C, And for TD Watkins, he didn't play very well for him. He didn't play very well, and he had 16 points as one of our leading scorers. He has high expectations. It's a new school. He's nervous in front of everybody. It's a bigger level, and he's a super kid, and he's going to have some games, big games, other games maybe not so much. But I think he really enjoys being part of our family. It makes it a little different. Xavier, same thing. Everybody knows who he is, and he's a kid who's. I think both those kids are definitely going to play college basketball somewhere, and sometimes when it's your senior year and you're going to play somewhere, everybody thinks you got to score points all the time. And I can't reiterate to our kids enough, and even people in the community, man. If you think college coaches come to a game and because you scored 22 in a game as opposed to 14 in a game, they're now going to recruit you. It's ludicrous. It doesn't happen that way. So I just really pleased with our unselfishness. disappointed with the few breakdowns defensively that we had. Sometimes kids are going to make plays. That's one thing. We don't want to have any defensive breakdowns, and we had a couple. And so, we tried to correct those and see how we do tonight.
Tonight against Kaiser, what will be some things that you want to see the guys improve on?
Well, we were absolutely pitiful from the free throw line. It was embarrassingly bad, and it's one of those things like do we? I don't want to overly talk about it because you don't want to get in kids' heads. The other side of it is like if you ask me, like I'm pretty old school when it comes to this. Like we shouldn't spend very much time at all in practice shooting free throws. Like do it on your own. It's you're 15, 16, 17 years old, and that just means you haven't done enough repetitions if you don't have confidence, unless there's a huge issue, and we don't have anybody with huge issues in terms of their foul shots. They just sometimes don't have enough confidence because they haven't shot enough. So try to shoot a little bit more in practice, but, do it on your own, man. You can find time to get in the gym. You can find time to get on Twitter or Snapchat or whatever they do. So I can find a little more time to get in the gym and get some free throws up.
And then the Hardwood Classic, getting to host that this weekend, what does that kind of mean to you?
Well, Heidi Crawford is the sponsor for it, and obviously she does a ton of things, like not just for Hedgesville High School, but in our entire community. Like you see her everywhere, and she's in real estate, but it's not just the fact that she's a business person that helps us, but she's a person who truly cares about the entire community. She's obviously a big part of downtown Martinsburg, and she's a pretty high profile person and becoming even more high profile in our community. And it's because she truly loves, the city of Martinsburg, this entire area, and so obviously feels good to do that. And also then, Jefferson's here, and when Kyle got the job at Jefferson, I was a little bit worried that they might back out not because he got the job, just because new coach. Sometimes you want to change your schedule a little bit, and so absolutely thrilled. I wish this was his first game, to be honest, but I just. I will always, I'm sure there'll be a couple games where it doesn't look like Kyle and I maybe even like each other, but I will always love Kyle Van Meter and his entire family, and I feel the same way about Ryan, and just when your guys go on and are able to accomplish their goals of becoming a head high school coach somewhere, even like Alex Shanholzer with our girls program, it just it does. I mean, I have a sense of pride in knowing that the influence I had over them is help them get to where they want to go. And I say it all the time, the reason that all those things are possible is because Larry Parpert was my high school basketball coach, and there's at least 30 people that went on to be head high school coaches that played for him, and he was just he's a great basketball coach, but far more important to him were life lessons and teaching kids how to be good people and be respectful people. And, so, a lot of their success, I'm sure they'll pay it back to me, but I pay it back to him every time I get a chance.
All right, Coach, thank you. Luck.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys being here. Hey, and on the sidebar, good luck to both the football teams. Tomorrow it's great for the Panhandle. Everybody's going to be watching, except for hopefully there'll be some people here watching us instead.
Coach Kelly Church. Our coaches' interviews are brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. I now welcome into the broadcast Dylan Bishop here momentarily, but our pregame show brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, providing custom integration services like home and office automation, home theater, networking, audio, video distribution, and more. Call 304-350-1931 or visit WHMsystems.com. I'm Nick Verzolini, alongside me Dylan Bishop. Talia Tompkins is our camera person. Kyle McLaughlin's back in the studio as we get ready for Hedgesville taking on Kaiser. Well, let's go ahead and take a break here of about 3 minutes, Colin, and then when we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups, get Dylan's keys to the game, and should be ready for tip-off here between Hedgesville and Kaiser. This is the Hardwood Classic for the Eagles, and we'll be back in about 3 minutes.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information. Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School. Nick Verzolini, Dylan Bishop here on the call. And we'll get our keys to the game, which are brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com. Dylan?
I think for Kaiser, it's going to be shot selection. I think the Hedgesville defense is really stifling at times, and they can force you into bad shots. So you got to just find the right shots, pass the ball around until you find an open look. And for Hedgesville, I think limiting second chance opportunities for Kaiser will be the key. I think they got a little bit of a size advantage, so they should be able to. But if they let Kaiser get a bunch of offensive rebounds and second chance points, then I think Kaiser is going to have a lot better chance on this one.
All right, we'll give you the starting lineup, which is brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at orsinis.com. For Kaiser, it's Valentine, Lamka, Samples, Spiker, and McGreevy. And then for Hedgesville, it's Kirk, Pence, Elliott, Brown, and Bodkins, and it's the Eagles here off the opening tip. Noah Brown passes it over to Elliott. Now it's Kirk down low to Bodkins. Pump fakes once, but he traveled. So TD Bodkins with a turnover here early on in this opening quarter. Our opening tip was brought to you by Rocks Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Fast, fresh, friendly Rocks. So on the other end, it's Spiker with the basketball. Dribble handoff with Samples. Now back to Spiker who drives baseline. McGreevy in the post. Can't make the shot, but an offensive board for the Tornadoes. And then another travel as Lamka travels down low, and it's Hedgesville basketball. Eagles in the white jerseys, white shorts. Gold numbers, gold letters across the chest. And the gold and blue checkerboard down the side. As Kirk drives in, shot is wild and no good. Rebound for Samples. Eagles looking to push the other way. It's Lamka, back to Samples. Now Lamka starts to set it up. Kaiser in the black and gold unis, black jerseys, black shorts. Gold stripe down the side. Lamka fadeaway jumper from the free throw line is no good. Elliott grabs the rebound. Noah Brown looks to push. Kirk in the far left corner. Now back up top to Brown. Reverses the basketball to Elliott on the right wing. Reverse to wide open Bodkins from the corner. That shot is no good and rebounded by Lamka. Lamka now running the floor for Kaiser. He'll find Spiker who drives into the lane, kicks it out open. Samples three on the way. Too strong off the back iron and no good. It hit the basket connector and it is out of bounds. It'll be Hedgesville basketball. Slow start here, Dylan. 6:28 to go in this first quarter. No score.
Yeah, I think shot selection is a pretty big thing for Hedgesville as well. They're not the best three-point shooting team in the world. They typically aren't. So they also have to focus on getting the ball inside.
Down low, it's a wide open TD Bodkins with an easy layup, and he gets our first 2 points. Eagles on the board here first at 2-0.
There you go. That's the type of stuff they need to do.
Bodkins, the transfer, will certainly bring a big boost to this Eagles team. Already a 1,000-point scorer in his career, and he's heading into his senior season. Or he's in his senior season, I should say. Dribble drive, shot is no good. Bodkins with a good contest. Here's Kirk with the push up the floor. Pence puts it on the floor and drives into the lane. A blocking foul is going to be called against Spiker. That's his first. Here with 5:45 to go in this opening quarter and a 2-0 lead for Hedgesville. First foul on either team so far. Inbound pass to Bodkins. His layup is up and no good. Jump ball possibly. Now they're going to, I believe, call a foul on Bodkins. So it'll be Kaiser basketball. Yep, Bodkins going to get hit with the personal. His first. So just a 2-0 lead here for Hedgesville with 5:40 left in the opening quarter. And dribbling it across the timeline is Lamka. Lamka over to Samples at the volleyball line. Now Spiker has it. Top of the key. He tries to drive in against Pence. Good defense. Now a dribble handoff of Lamka into the lane. Open jumper from McGreevy is well off. No good, but he gets his own rebound. Puts it back up strong. And now an offensive foul over the back call against Kaiser results in the turnover. That's the first on Samples, second on the Golden Tornado.
Yeah, I don't really like the long twos, not super open on that from Kaiser. They can find easier looks than that, or at least try to.
Seemed to be, though, what really Hedgesville's defense was forcing Southern Garrett into the other day, so a lot of it give credit to the Eagle defense. Here's an open three from Bodkins. Swish! And it's 5-0 Eagles. TD couldn't really get the jumper going in that season opener, but is a capable three-point shooter.
That stretch five can really open up your offense.
McGreevy up top over to Valentine. Valentine guarded closely by Kirk. Dribble handoff to Spiker. Spiker into the lane. Kicks it out. Samples. Back to Spiker. Loses control of his dribble and now finds Lamka, who will reset the offense. Lamka turns it over. Noah Brown takes it away. Brown, fast break layup from the left side is up and good. Looked like from our angle it almost rolled out, but it did roll in, and it's 7-0 Eagles here in this first quarter.
Hedgesville is great at turning their defense into offense.
Valentine trapped in the corner. Finds Samples. Now Lamka resets, tries to call out a play. Ball is tipped, and now back into the hands of Lamka over to Samples. Samples with some difficulty dribbling up top. Drive, a poke away from Xavier Kirk, and the Eagles are out and running again. Here's Brown on the fast break. Brown with the right-handed layup this time. The contact and the finish. 9-0 Eagles.
You cannot be loose with the ball against Hedgesville. They're too good. They are great at poking the ball out. That's part of the Kelly Church coaching. They focus on that defense.
Timeout. Timeout Kaiser. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Our first quarter is brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com. As well as Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, family owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Brown's free throw, no good. So the struggles that Coach Church mentioned in the pregame show continuing for Hedgesville from the line, but not the struggles defensively. Brownie with another steal. Full court pass, though, taken away by Kaiser as he was trying to prevent himself from going out of bounds. But Bodkins takes it right back. So the Eagles will reset the offense. Bodkins, right wing. Working against Samples. Fairclough's checked in. Here's a top of the key three from Noah Brown off the back iron. No good. Samples grabs the board. Lamka down the court. McGreevy has it taken away by Fairclough. Eagles pushing again. Brown into the lane with the left hand this time. Layup is up and good. Noah Brown with 6 quick points here to start this game. It's 11-0 Hedgesville.
And a lot of it's been in transition. I think all of it's been in transition. He's been doing a great job of running the floor, getting out on the fast break. And
this time they force another turnover, Dylan, on the travel.
Yeah, Kaiser's having a lot of trouble. I think it's, it wasn't my key to the game, but I think it's a given that the turnovers limiting them against Hedgesville can be a big determining factor. I mean, everybody's going to have some issues with the Hedgesville defense, but this is a lot for the Golden Tornado.
Kaiser already down 11-0. Bodkins on the right wing. Hands it off to Brown. Open three is too strong, no good. Bodkins did grab the rebound, but a foul going against the Eagles. That's going to be the second on T.D. Bodkins here early on. He's got both of Hedgesville's fouls.
Yeah, they've opened up a good lead, but I think Coach Church right now giving him a little bit of a talk about you need him on the court.
11-0 Eagles. Lamka with the basketball, guarded tightly by Brown. Here's Spiker over to McGreevy. Dribbles it off his leg, but then gets it back. Samples goes in the lane. Kirk rips it away. Kirk ahead to Elliott. Elliott with the left-handed dribble. The layup is up and good from Ethan Elliott. He's got his first 2 points, and it's 13-0 Hedgesville. That pass is tipped away by Landon Pence. Will head out of bounds and will stay with the Golden Tornado.
It is so huge against Hedgesville to not let them get out in transition like this. They will live by getting out and getting these fast break points. If you can keep them in the half court, they've shown some limitations in the past.
Well, any team that's able to get easy layups at the rim, I mean, that's going to make them that much better. Nice shot there on the turnaround jumper from Lamka. He's got the first 2 points for Kaiser here. Kirk over to Noah Brown on the right wing. Now back to Kirk, top of the key. Extra pass to Elliott. Back to Brown. Open jumper, but he takes it into the lane. Finds a cutting Elliott, whose shot is blocked by McGreevy. Kaiser back the other way now. Lamka with a dribble drive in. Kicks it out. And a foul called on the floor against Hedgesville. Duckworth now into the ball game. Foul going against Bowers, his first.
Yeah, I think he just got a little handsy.
So inbound from the baseline for Kaiser. Good defense by Hedgesville on the inbound. Forces them to go into the backcourt to Lamka, who will reset the offense. 1:25 to go in this first quarter. 13-2 Hedgesville, but there's a travel. Too many turnovers here early on for Kaiser.
Yeah, a lot of them are credit to Hedgesville, but Kaiser's making some unforced errors too with some of these travels. It's tough to play this Hedgesville defense. They can get you flustered. The key is to weather the storm.
So far, this has been kind of a unbelievable defensive effort early on in the season. Kirk's shot is up and no good. Bowers grabs the rebound. And now the Eagles will reset the offense. Over to Brown. Open three again for Noah Brown. Straight through the bottom of the net. Brown continues to excel here offensively in this first quarter. Already up to 9 of the 16 Hedgesville points.
He's shown a lot of growth year over year as he's taken on more responsibility.
And now Noah Brown gets another steal as he ripped that one away into the hands of Bowers, and Bowers gets knocked down on a foul against Kaiser. That going against Duckworth, his first. Fourth overall here for Kaiser in this first quarter. Kirk will inbound to Noah Brown, who takes it across midcourt with 35 seconds left in the opening quarter. Already a 16-2 lead for Hedgesville. Bowers catches on the left wing. Back up top, Elliott. Reverse to Kirk. Kirk trying to find a cutting player. Pence catches it up top. Now Brown will drive baseline. And that one's taken away. Eagles get it back. Over to Bowers now. 15 on the clock. Back up top to Xavier Kirk. Coach Kelly Church yelling out the offensive play. Looks like they want to maybe go to some isolation. Kirk comes off a screen. Kirk drives in, kicks it out. Bowers head fakes, drives in the lane, pulls up for a mid-range jumper. It's no good. Tipped around, though, at the buzzer. And they're going to count the basket for Ethan Elliott, I believe that was. So 4 points here for Elliott. It was impressive. Don't see that every day, especially at the high school level. And it's an 18-2 start here, Dylan. But we'll take a break at the end of one, 18-2. Hedgesville, this is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 60 seconds.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School, 18-2. Hedgesville leading Kaiser here after the first quarter. Dylan, it's been a pretty dominating start for the Eagles. You know, I'll be interested to see because I don't think they've seen necessarily top-level competition that they'll see in the EPAC every single night, but how this defense transitions as the season goes on. But overall, it's been a very impressive defensive start to the year.
Right, yeah. I mean, maybe this is not obviously the best competition they'll face, and you know, a lot of those transition points, they probably won't get as many of them against tougher competition, but as Kaiser misses a shot, second chance, and misses the rebound by Faircloth. But yeah, I think overall this is going to be the strength of this team.
Yeah, you can bring defense every single night. May not be as effective against better offensive teams. As Faircloth trying to go to work down low. His hook shot in the lane is no good. Rebounded by Kaiser. That's Dawson going into transition. Now Dawson catches on the wing and swings it around to Spiker. Spiker, though, loses control of his defense dribble, and Kirk going the other way, and his layup is up and good. Xavier Kirk with his first 2 points of the night, and it's 20-2 Hedgesville. This pass goes out of bounds, but I believe a foul will be called here against the Eagles before the pass.
And nearly ran into Matt Faircloth over there.
Not where you want to run into somebody.
Right.
That probably wouldn't feel
They're probably just going to bounce off of him.
Yeah. Spiker will inbound the basketball, gets it into Dawson. Now back over to Samples against Kirk. Back to Dawson. Over to Spiker. Spiker dribble handoff of Samples. Samples goes into the lane. Tough fadeaway shot is no good. Rebounded by Bowers. Back over to Gavin Young, who drives baseline, and he'll get a charge on him. Good attack to the rim, but a better play on the defensive end for Kaiser, so Young will pick up the foul. So far, balanced offense and good defense leading to the Hedgesville success early on. 4 players have scored for the Eagles. Spiker drives in the lane. Pence takes it away again. It just seems like every time they go into the lane, Hedgesville's ripping at that basketball.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like Kaiser has that lead ball handler that can really drive in the lane without.
Both teams all over the floor. Eventually, Kaiser comes away with it. Samples goes into the lane, and a blocking foul going to be called against Landon Pence on Samples' shot in the lane. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
My first instinct was that was a charge, but then I wasn't so sure. Well, I thought about it for another split second. I think that's a fine call.
Yeah. It's a tough play, I think, on both ends. Sample's shot is up and good.
Well, finally some points in the quarter for Kaiser.
Yeah, 5:53 to go before halftime, and it's 20-3 Kaiser. Overall, this quarter's been pretty slow offensively as Samples' free throw is off the back of the rim and no good, and Kirk will grab the rebound. Kirk dribbling with the left hand over to Pence. Now back up top, Faircloth finds Gavin Young on the wing. Back to Kirk, open 3 on the way. Too strong and no good. Samples will grab the rebound and leave it for Dawson. Dawson into the corner to Spiker. Reverse the basketball. Samples here on the wing. Now back up top, Dawson. 5:25 to go before the half. 20-3. Hedgesville leading. McGreevy drives into the lane, kicks it back out. Dawson has it on the wing. They'll try to reset the offense. Long possession here for Kaiser. So far, nothing opening up against this stingy Eagle defense. Lamka going to get a 5-second call. Coach Church was calling for it about 2 seconds early. And the Eagles force another turnover. Noah Brown's going to come back into the game, as well as Ethan Elliott will check in as well. Headed to the bench, Bowers and Kirk. And another impressive thing here, Dylan, is Hedgesville's offense has been able to step up with Bonkins on the bench. They still put up 20 points, and, of course, DD being a 1,000-point scorer, he's going to be probably their main offensive guy, but in this early season they can find some other scorers. Gavin Young drives in. That shot is blocked. Kaiser takes it away. Bowers tries to pull up. Great hustle play for Young to get it back. And now Young will go up with the left hand, and his layup's up and good. Gavin Young is on the board. 22-3. Hustle plays all going to Hedgesville here so far.
Right, this is just a powerhouse of a defense.
Lamka on the wing. That's the second 5-second call in about 3 possessions.
Just seems like Kaiser's not really having the movement that they need to get through this defense. They're going to have to be really good about setting screens early and often, and setting good screens, like really plant your feet and stay in there, because Hedgesville's going to try to really run through them.
Yeah, I think they're just slightly outmatched, at least.
Yeah.
On that end of the floor. Noah Brown's shot is no good, but Fairclough grabs the rebound. Lamka fights for it. It's a jump ball. Possession will stay with the Eagles. Our second quarter brought to you by the Brown Funeral Home and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned, full-service funeral home, proudly serving the area since 1880. Brown inbounds it to Kirk. Three-pointer on the way is good. Xavier Kirk with his first 3 of the day. He has 5. 25-3, Hedgesville. 3:48 left in this first half. Bowers with a tough turnaround jumper. That's no good. Fairclough grabs the rebound. Brown now going the other way. Kirk up top to Noah Brown. Trying to keep his dribble. Brown does keep it, but then turns it over. And then another turnover. And now eventually a Kirk 3 from the corner. No good. And rebounded by McGreevy. Sloppy possession on both ends. Nearly worked out for Hedgesville 3. Kaiser will reset their offense now. Dawson with the basketball up top. And then he'll pass it, and it's tipped away. Eagles will bring Bowers back into the game. Fairclough goes to the bench. Here's McGreevy now with the basketball back to Dawson. 25-3, second quarter. Dawson drives in, finds Samples, power dribble, up and good. One of the few times the Hedgesville defense got caught kind of slow, or late, I guess you could say, and Samples' layup is up and good. He has 3 points, 3 of the 5 for Kaiser. Kirk now. Reverse it to Noah Brown. Brown drives in the lane, back open to an open 3 for Ethan Elliott, who's shooting well here tonight. And the triple is good from Elliott. He has 7, and it's 28-5. So could Ethan Elliott maybe be that 4th consistent scorer for the Eagles? Here's a nice bounce pass underneath the spiker, and his layup is up and good.
Kaiser's been able to find a little bit of offense here in the last couple minutes. Obviously, Hedgesville's got some of their starters on the bench.
28-7. Noah Brown drives in. Brown over to Elliott. Back over to Pence. Pence to Bowers. Open 3 for Kirk. That's no good. Eagles very aggressive from downtown here in this first half. Have had a little bit more success than in their previous game against Southern Garrett, as Dawson trying to work his way open. Finds Samples over to Lamka. Lamka passes it back out to Samples, and Kaiser tries to set up the offense. Second quarter also presented to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road, and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons is a turnover for Kaiser here of 1:22 to go before halftime. Bodkins comes back in for Bowers. So now it's the starting 5 out there for Hedgesville for this final minute 22.
Yeah, they barely needed him out there. He got those 2 early fouls in the first quarter, and they've cruised.
Kirk off the Bodkins screen. Noah Brown hesitates, drives into the lane, finds Bodkins. Bodkins, nice spin move, layup is up and good. Bodkins, despite the lack of playing time, has made his presence felt. He's now up to 7 points, and it's 37. Hedgesville, missed shot on the other end, rebounded by Noah Brown. Eagles have it with 45 seconds to go before halftime. Brown drives in, pulls up inside the free throw line. That shot is good. Hot start for Noah Brown here in this first half. Bounce pass underneath, down low. Shot from Valentine, no good. Rebounded by Kirk. 30 seconds left. Eagles going to slow it down, get into their offense, even though they probably could have pushed for an easy basket. But early in the season, you got to work on some of these set plays before the half to get a good shot. That's what the Eagles are doing. Pull it out, get the final shot of the half as well, even though it is 32-7, probably won't mean too much. Bodkins bounce pass to Brown, kick it out. Pence, reset, 3 seconds. Brown now has to launch, and he banks it in! Sometimes it's better to be lucky. Well, the banked-in jumper before the half is good, and our score, 35-7, Hedgesville here at halftime. I apologize there for somehow we had our stuff fall out, but I guess it was just the excitement of the buzzer beater. 35-7 our score
crazy
here, Dylan. Yeah, that was insane. I mean, it was a terrible possession ultimately for Hedgesville, but it still worked out.
Yeah, our equipment couldn't handle how it couldn't believe it. It short-circuited for that Brown 3 to go in. No, just a dominant half from Hedgesville. Kaiser just, like you said, Nick, outmatched, I think, on offense overall. They just don't seem to really have the offensive firepower, the ball handling especially, to really get into the lane through the really stifling defense of the Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles dominating first half, 35-7 our score here at halftime. We will take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the halftime show. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information. Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
Back here to Hedgesville. Our halftime show is brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to WVJusticeLawyers.com. We'll take a look back here at our first half stats, which are brought to you by Floor Pools. Make every day better with a hot tub or swimming pool. Floor Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and Hagerstown, including a brand new pop-up location in the Valley Mall. Dylan here at the half. Eagles with a pretty balanced offensive first half. You have Gavin Young with 2 points, Xavier Kirk with 5, Ethan Elliott with 7, 14 out of nowhere Brown, including that last-second three-pointer, and T.D. Bodkins with 7 to total up for 35 points in that first half. And then Lampcombe with 2 for Kaiser. 3 points from Samples, and then 2 points for Spiker. That totals for 7 for Kaiser. And also, Hedgesville got 2 buzzer beaters in 2 different ways. A banked-in 3 from Noah Brown and a tip from Ethan Elliott to end the first, and the banked-in 3 to end the second. So not a bad start at all for the Eagles here in their second game of the season.
Yeah, this is really impressive overall. The defensive performance, not unlike what we saw against Southern Garrett. I think there's a little bit of, cause for concern for the Hedgesville half-court offense without Bodkins on the floor. We saw him get into foul trouble. So you could see a little bit of a recipe for a future Hedgesville struggle down the road against a better team, where you say if Bodkins gets into foul trouble and the team they're facing is able to avoid a lot of the turnovers that Kaiser hasn't been able to avoid here, then that could be where Hedgesville could falter later on in the season. But right here, right now, they're just putting on a defensive clinic.
Yeah, it's been a very impressive first half, really a very impressive first 6 quarters of the season for the Eagles. They won 59-20 the other night. They're up 35-7 here at halftime of this first game of the night. As following this game, we'll have Jefferson and Idea going at it in the nightcap. But we'll take another 2-minute break, possibly hear from Colin back in the studio. I mean, we only have about 4 minutes on the halftime clock, Colin, so
maybe we could take a 3 and then just come back.
Yeah, let's just do that. That sounds good. 3-minute break, and then we'll come back, get you set for the second half. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in about 3 minutes.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Don't miss Floor Pool's 4th store grand opening hot tub sale beginning November 22nd at the Valley Mall in Hagerstown, featuring their 4th store grand opening with special grand opening prices. Floor Pools is prepared with a special truckload of hot tubs and endless pools at truckload prices, with financing available. Attention! We've secured a limited supply of factory second hot tubs at up to 30% off. Once they're gone, they're gone. Make every day better with a hot tub or pool from Floor Pools in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg, and the new pop-up location at the Valley Mall in Hagerstown. FloorPools.com.
With a great selection comes great possibilities. And at CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg, the possibilities are endless. Shop our amazing selection of new vehicles like the Ram 1500. And right now, save on new Jeeps like the Wrangler and Grand Cherokee models. Plus, every Jeep purchase comes with our Jeep Wave program. So wherever your possibilities take you, you'll be connected. Shop CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg today. Owners just care more.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
5-7 here at halftime. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. And Dylan here at the half, 35-7, like we said. It's been all Hedgesville, I guess. Just what are some things you're looking forward to seeing in the second half?
I'm looking forward to watching Hedgesville play more defense, of all things, and to see if Kaiser can find any sort of rhythm or any sort of thing that can give them success on offense. I think it's going to be tough. I think it might just be a personnel thing where, Hedgesville's players have the skills to stop the skills that Kaiser's players have. But it's possible that Kaiser can scheme some things up in the second half to open up some things that weren't working in the first half.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but third quarter, brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution, at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361, as well as CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships, proud to be the owners who just care more. Kaiser takes the floor here first. Looks like they're going back to start the second half with their starters, Valentine, Lamka, Samples, Spiker, and McGreevy. And then on the Hedgesville side, we'll see if their starters are back out there, which I believe they will be. It looks like they are, yes. So that will be Kirk, Pence, Elliott, Brown, and Bodkins. Eagles coming out in the white jerseys, white shorts, gold letters, gold numbers. And Kaiser in the black jerseys, black shorts, gold letters, white numbers. Gold stripe down the side. Pass underneath to a wide open Valentine, who gets the layup. So he's on the board for the first time and gets our first 2 points here in the second half. It's now 35-9.
That's a start.
They can't get it all back in one shot, and really, at this point, too, just hoping for a little bit more competitive second half at the very least. As Bodkins drives in, turnaround jumper is off the back of the rim and no good. McGreevy grabs the rebound into the hands of Lamka. Lamka, we're going to run the floor, kicks it out. McGreevy back to Lamka, guarded closely by Noah Brown, and now a foul is called on Hedgesville. Going to go on Landon Pence. That's his second foul.
Yeah, Hedgesville a little sloppy out of the gate.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, when you haven't really played any close basketball here in the early going of the season, how do you keep that focus throughout a full 4 quarters? I felt like they did a pretty good job against Southern Garrett as that shot's off the mark and no good. Kirk grabs the rebound. Brown here drives in over to Elliott. Reverse the basketball to Bodkins. Bodkins goes into the lane, takes it up strong, and he draws the foul. Something he did a lot in the second half of the Southern Garrett game is get to the rim and get to the line. Now he didn't shoot the best from the free throw line, but again, a capable scorer, already over 1,000 career points.
Right. I mean, even a pretty bad free throw shooter overall, it's still a good thing if he's drawing fouls and getting to the line. And that's not to say Bodkins is a bad free throw shooter. It's just, for the example's sake, it is still the most, easy point to get once you get to the free throw line.
Knocks down both. 37-9. Bodkins has 9. With the Eagle points, he found himself in foul trouble early on. Noah Brown nearly takes it away on the pass, ends up fighting for the basketball with McGreevy, and it goes Hedgesville's way.
And overall, it is a skill to get to the free throw line, to have the aggressiveness to drive in the lane, go up and draw fouls. That is a skill. It can be a mindset thing too. Not every player does.
James Harden.
Exactly.
Free throw merchant.
Yep.
Noah Brown, open 3 off the mark. Rebounded by Lamka. Samples with the hesitation dribble. Lost control of the basketball. Noah Brown takes it away. has a wide open layup, and that's up and good. So Brown has 16 here tonight. And we have a timeout taken by Kaiser at 39-9 with 6:03 to go in this third quarter. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With a great selection comes great possibilities. And at CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg, the possibilities are endless. Shop our amazing selection of new vehicles like the Ram 1500. And right now, save on new Jeeps like the Wrangler and Grand Cherokee models. Plus, every Jeep purchase comes with our Jeep Wave program. So wherever your possibilities take you, you'll be connected. Shop CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg today. Owners just care more.
We're back here at Hedgesville High School. Nick Verzley and Dylan Bishop, happy to have you with us. 39-9 our score. Talia Tompkins on camera, as well as Kyle McLaughlin back in the studio. Huge lead here for the Hedgesville Eagles in their second game of the season. Looking to get to 2-0 on the year. Taking on the Kaiser Golden Tornado. We'll see Jefferson for the first time later on tonight. Cougars got a matchup with Idea High School out of the D.C. area, I do believe. So, should be a decent game. We saw them last year against Hedgesville, and it was a pretty good game. And I believe we saw them against, Jefferson here last year as well.
Yeah.
So, Kyle Vantmeter coaching in his second game with the Cougars. He coached them to victory the other night. So 39-9 our score. All Hedgesville, they're back in possession now as Brown reverses into the corner. Elliott open three, good. Ethan Elliott with his second triple of the evening. And it's 42-10 or 42-9. Elliott has 10. Samples drives in. Good defense from Elliott. Tipped by Bodkins. He grabs the rebound and in the hands of Brown. Brown going all the way into the lane, out to Kirk. Open three. Air ball, but Elliott grabs the rebound and is fouled on his way up by Samples, who didn't get the block, but got him with the body. Elliott will go to the line to shoot two.
The pace from Hedgesville really is what can kill you. If you're not willing to run the floor with them, if you're going to turn the ball over, you got to sprint back to make sure that turnover doesn't turn into fast break points.
Elliott now with 11 points on the evening. His second free throw is good as well. 44-9. Hedgesville. Bowers checks in. Elliott heads to the bench. Lamka. Dribble handoff with Spiker. Spiker over to McGreevy. I'm sorry, that's Samples. Samples tries to throw a pass down low, nearly turns it over, ends up in the hands of Valentine, who gets the shot to go. He has 4. And it's 44-11 as Kaiser's entered double digits.
It was a nice recovery by Valentine and the awareness to see where he was on the court and get that shot up.
Here's an open three from Bodkins, and that's good. T.D. Bodkins knocks down the jumper. He now has 12. And the Eagles are starting to hit these threes on a more consistent basis here tonight. Driving the lane for Lamka. That shot's blocked, but Samples gets the offensive rebound, puts it back up and in. Samples now with 5 points. So kind of a 1-3-1, but a little bit different look. Zone defense for Kaiser. Open three for Kirk. That's off the back of the rim and a rebound for Valentine.
That 1-3-1 can open up some open shots. Just if Hedgesville can knock them down.
Jumper from Spiker is no good. Rebounded by Kirk. Kirk looking to run ahead of the court to Brown. Brown open layup. Good. Eagles getting out and running 18 for Noah Brown to lead the way here tonight. He's got 4 in this third quarter. 3.5 minutes left here in the third. It's 49-13, Hedgesville. Ramko with the basketball. Hands it off to Spiker. Kirk jumps the passing lane. He's got an open lane to the rim, and he'll dunk it. Xavier Kirk with the one-handed jam. It's 51-13, Hedgesville with 3 minutes left in the third.
This is a fun team to watch. The defensive brand of basketball, you can't always say that, but when they turn defense into offense like that, it can be fun to watch.
Yeah, it's a good Hedgesville team. McGreevy with the fadeaway jumper, and I think as they continue to shoot better from the perimeter, they're going to be pretty dangerous because they do have good shooters. It's clear tonight. Elliott, Brown, Bodkins, and Kirk can hit from the perimeter, so.
Yeah, Bodkins is a big addition for them. Losing Quincy Pittsnoggle, it wasn't clear what they were going to look like on the inside and the front court. And Pittsnoggle could give you a little bit of that stretch five type of option for them as well.
Nice bounce pass underneath to Elliott, who gets the layup to go. Ethan Elliott with a big game. It's 53-13. Kaiser with an open three on the other end. That shot is short and no good from Owens. And it's off that wire up top and out of bounds. 53-13 our score. 2:31 to go in this third quarter. Yeah, Pittsnoggle was a little bit taller. He was a little bit more raw, but both of them, kind of similar in that sense of being big guys that can stretch the floor.
And Bodkins is built like a tight end, 6'6", 225.
Because he is. But he stopped playing football.
Yeah.
Pass down low, knocked away by Kaiser. Now slow to get up is Duckworth, but he appears to be all right. Owens will run the floor, looks down low to Samples. Back to Owens, trying to drive in. Back to Samples with the open three. That's off the rim and no good. Valentine with the offensive rebound. And now Hedgesville takes it away. Noah Brown runs the floor, lays it up and in. Noah Brown now with 20 points here tonight, and it's 55-13 Hedgesville with 1:43 to go in the third. Timeout taken. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Order number 2001.
It's not rocket science. Get a 12-piece chicken for $12 at happy hour from 5 to 7 p.m. with the Rocks app. Want the kids to warm up to you? Get a gas fireplace from Roach Energy. Roach Energy. Call 304-263-3329.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville. 55-13, Eagles leading Kaiser. Dylan, it's been a very good performance from Hedgesville so far. 20 points out of Noah Brown to lead the way, but Bodkins and Elliott have also scored in double figures. Xavier Kirk adds 7 points. Again, a similar and even really better almost performance than they had in their last game against Southern Garrett, at least the offense. Left side of the ball, they put up a 59-20 win in that first game of the year, and it's 55-13 here in the third.
I know that Noah Brown has 20 points, and two of them were on three-pointers, but it feels like he has 40 fast break points. Him in particular has run the floor better than most players I've really ever seen at this level.
Yeah, he started to come on toward the end of last year as a guy that could score a little bit more efficiently than what we've seen in the past. And as he's now taken over as a senior leader on this team, I think it's going to be a big year for Noah Brown here in the EPAC, as that shot no good. Rebounded by Kaiser. Samples put back. Attempt is no good as well. And this time Brown grabs the rebound. And now he's looking again down the court. They'll slow it down, though, does Hedgesville, into the hands of Gavin Young. Now back to Brown into the corner for Faircloth. skip pass over to Young on the opposite wing. Brown back to Young, trying to work around this defense. Down low to Faircloth, trying to go to work. Back out Bodkins. Open three on the way is just off the side of the rim and no good. Lamka with the basketball, takes it across half court. Over to Samples, now back to Lamka. Only 35 seconds to go here in this third quarter, and another 5-second call called against Kaiser. I believe that's at least the third we've seen on the Golden Tornado here tonight. So Hedgesville bringing it on both ends of the floor in this blowout game here in game one of this mixer here at Hedgesville High School. Hardwood Classic for the Eagles. They'll play Idea tomorrow. Well, Jefferson versus Idea following this game. Faircloth catches in the corner. Back over to Brown. Eagles trying to run their zone offense. Brown has an open look for three. It's too strong and no good. Rebounded by McGreevy. Now Dawson brings it across half court into the hands of Lamka. Into the lane goes Lamka. And a foul before the shot called against Hedgesville with 6.8 seconds in this third quarter. And Kaiser will inbound it from the baseline. Inbounding the basketball will be Owens. Owens gets it in. McGreevy's shot is too short, no good. Another offensive rebound for Samples. And eventually Young comes away with it. He'll have to chuck at half court. This shot is no good. And we'll head to the fourth quarter. Eagles 55, Kaiser 13. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 1 minute.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville, 55-13 here, Dylan, as we enter the fourth. What's been a overall great performance from the Eagles and a very balanced scoring game and some great defense as well. Just a pretty complete game overall. Seems like to me, maybe if you were to criticize anything here as the game's gone on, a few too many offensive rebounds maybe in the second half, but they haven't led to much, so...
Yeah, they haven't. I think they can do better for sure in that department, but hard to complain too much.
Pass underneath is tipped away by Hedgesville. The Eagles get it back. Brown will bring it across into the hands now of Kirk over to Faircloth. Or skip pass to Kirk into the corner for Bodkins. Working it around the perimeter is Hedgesville. Bowers, bounce pass to Brown. Kirk steps into a three-pointer, and that's good. Xavier Kirk with his his second three of the night. And now Noah Brown gets another steal into the hands of Bodkins. Kirk, bounce pass, Bodkins, layup, up and good. Eagles flying all over the floor to make those plays. Bodkins gets the layup to go. It's 60-13, Hedgesville. Down low, McGreevy fouled before the shot. Bodkins now with 14 points. Kirk with 10 to join the double-digit scorers. The Eagles have 4 double-digit scorers on the evening. As Elliott will come back in, he's one of them. They're all on the floor now for Hedgesville. Faircloth checks out, along with Bowers. Elliott gets a tip. It will, though, stay with Kaiser.
And oh no, they're changing the call there. I think they're saying Elliott didn't touch it.
Okay.
Which is what I thought. I thought maybe I was just far away and didn't see a little bit of the tip off the fingertips.
Noah Brown crosses half court. Again, they're working against this Kaiser zone. Here's an open Kirk three and the foul. Xavier Kirk knocks it down from the corner, and he'll head to the free throw line to try to make the 4-point play. Well executed offense, too, with Kirk running that baseline to get himself open. And then he probably came off a screen as well and then knocked down that open three and was fouled on the shot as well. So impressive play there from Kirk, and he does make it a 4-point play. Hedgesville 64, Kaiser 13. 6.5 minutes left here in this fourth quarter. Kaiser with the basketball. Over there is Spiker. Spiker out to Dawson. Now to Owens. 6:20 to go in the fourth. Owens drives in. Shot is wild and no good. Elliott tips it into the hands of Bowers. Kirk thought about it, but then will reset. Brown will also reset the offense, and Kirk catches on the wing. Eagles get into that zone offense against the zone defense of Kaiser. Noah Brown catching, and nobody's around him, so he'll just hold the ball for a few seconds. Elliott up top. Nice cut from Brown. Over to the corner three from Bodkins. That's just off the mark for Hedgesville. And now Spiker drives into the lane on the other end. Pass down low, McGreevy. Bodkins with a good defense. Rebounded by Kirk. Kirk ahead to Noah Brown. Brown to Bowers. Bowers finds an open Kirk for three on the way. Just off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Kaiser. Owens to Spiker. 5:18 left in the fourth quarter. It's 64-13. Hedgesville just trying to put it away at this point. Kaiser is taking a beat down here at Hedgesville High School. Eagles trying to clear their bench here as well pretty soon. Looks like they have a couple of subs getting ready to check in.
Yeah, Gavin Young just came up off the bench ready to check in.
Bodkins drives in, maneuvers his way underneath. McGreevy with a good block. Young will come on for Brown.
Pence too.
And Pence on for Bowers. 4:48 to go in this fourth quarter. Fourth quarter brought to you by the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com, as well as the Orsini's Home Store, not just appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Ackwilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsini's.com. Bodkins drives in. Nice up and under move from TD Bodkins, and he gets the layup to go. 66-13. Lamka crosses half court. Lamka loses control of the basketball. Now McGreevy pulls up from the free throw line, and that shot is good. From McGreevy, his first 2 points at 66-15. 4:13 to go in the fourth. Kirk crosses the timeline and swings it to the right wing for Elliott. Pence now in the hands of Elliott. Up top to Bodkins. Elliott off the screen from Pence. His three is good. Elliott's had a big night for the Eagles.
Man, if they can get consistent shooting like that from him, that'll be big plus for them.
His third three here of the contest, and now he gets a steal. Running down the court is Kirk ahead to Elliott. Back to Bodkins, open three on the way, and the Eagles can't hit that one. Lamka grabs the rebound, 3:30 to go, 69-15. Hedgesville rolling as Lamka dribbles it off his foot. Young tries to keep it alive, but it heads out of bounds. Sub running on here, Faircloth for Bodkins. His night most likely done here, as he got in foul trouble early, but still finished in double digits for TD Bodkins. A total of
14?
Yeah. I'm sorry, 16.
Oh, okay.
But a jumper there, good from Kaiser. That's a spiker, I do believe. He has 4, 69-17. Elliott down low, trying to get it to Faircloth, but it is taken away by Lampka, and Kaiser will run the other way. Pass for Lampka is out of bounds.
You're not going to play for Kelly Church if you don't play hard the way that they do. It's just how it's going to go, how he coaches, and it shows on the court in games like this.
Bowers, left wing, over to Young. Elliott now on the opposite wing, backdoor cut from Kirk. Kirk kicks it out. Faircloth, corner 3, in and out, no good. But a rebound for Bowers. He keeps the offensive possession alive. And then Valentine tried to take it away, but it will stay with Hedgesville. 69-17. Noah Brown will come back in. Kind of surprised there, but you'll see that for Hedgesville. They'll keep a guy or two out there with starting experience that can kind of help some of their younger guys, at least until the final 2 minutes or so. And it looks like Coach Church just wasn't happy with the set there and called a timeout at 69-17. So we'll go ahead and keep it here. Our other fourth quarter sponsor, Orsini's Home Store. Not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsinis.com. Dillon 69-17. You know, you see it on their roster. They got it on their sweatshirts. Culture wins. And that's kind of going off of what you were just talking about just a few moments ago. And how the culture is so important here in Hedgesville. No matter what the talent level is, this team's always going to probably have a winning record and compete in the EPAC.
Yeah, and you can see it even in a situation like this where they're up by 52 points with 2.5 minutes left, and Coach Church still calls a timeout because he doesn't like what he sees. Because in his mind, if you're not going to play right for the entire, 40 minutes of the game or however many
32.
Minutes, excuse me, yes. I won Matt Field Day in middle school. I'm past my prime. If you're not going to play hard for the entirety of the game, then it's a potential to slip up at any point and fall off when the game's close too.
Brown's 3, no good. Rebounded by Owens for Kaiser. Pass down the court for Valentine. And his turnaround jumper no good. Elliott with the block. Open 3 from Owens is good. His first 3 points make it a 69-20 game. Brown into the lane. Faircloth, open 3, good. Faircloth joins what's been an improved 3-point shooting day. And this time, Coach Church just calls timeout, I think just a sub, wanting to get
looks like
his guy on there.
Drew Shoemaker.
Yep, Shoemaker running on.
And now he's making some more subs.
Yep, get the whole bench in at the final minute, 48. As all the guys that have played significant minutes check out, it's now Shoemaker and Young out top there to go along with, I believe, Major, Kilmer, and Clark. Or excuse me, Major, Townsend, and Clark. (72-20) our score. 1:45 left here in the fourth quarter. Spiker brings it across the timeline into the low post, and there almost a turnover. Lampka going up strong and a foul called with 1:34 here left. Stay tuned. After the game, we'll have our post-game show, of course, and then we'll have Jefferson in action against Idea tonight. Cougars 1-0 on the year, so we'll get a look at Kyle Van Meter's squad in his first season as the head coach as McGreevy. It's a fall-away jumper. Coach Richard Lewis taking the job at St. James. So Open three on the way for Gavin Young is too strong and no good. Rebounded by a Spiker. 1:12 left here in the fourth. Eagles 72, Kaiser 22. And Young nearly forced a turnover, but foul call to get some more new guys into the game. Kilmer coming in along with Berman. Clark checks out along with Young. Just over a minute left. And the whole bench up chanting defense for Hedgesville, who's up by 50. So you like that as well as part of that culture and that, teammates supporting their teammates, even the guys that don't get a whole lot of playing time that have supported them the whole game.
Right. And, of course, for the guys that are in right now, this is the only minute and a half of the game that they're seeing. So they're going to play hard, of course.
Shoemaker, pass down low. Now it ends up back in the hands of Shoemaker over to Kilmer. Back to Shoemaker with 35 seconds. He'll drive into the lane, go up strong, and draw a foul and shoot two.
The ball got a little bit out of control from Hedgesville there, but they recovered and turned it into a good offensive possession.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, this is a JV lineup probably at this point going up against Kaiser starters still out there on the floor. So, it's going to be tough. Younger guys to always be super consistent. Shoemaker's free throw is off the mark, no good. Plus, they already played, of course, their JV game here tonight. So, free throw up there and good, 73-22. Final 30 seconds now. That one's taken away. Shoemaker runs the floor, goes up strong, and gets the layup to go. 75-22, 10 seconds left. Drive into the lane and a foul called against Townsend with 5.8 seconds to go. And we'll get to see as well a pretty new look Jefferson team, Dylan, but also one of the best players not only in the EPAC but in the state in Jamari Jenkins.
Yeah.
So that should be exciting.
Yeah, Jefferson went through some rough patches, if you want to call it, some choppy waters, having some injuries through last season. So hopefully they can start this year fresh, and we'll see what sort of start they get off to with Kyle Van Meter.
Three-pointer off the mark and no good. Still ended up, though, where we expected them in the state tournament last year, despite all the injuries that they went through. But 75-22, our final here tonight. Hedgesville defeats Kaiser in this first game. We will take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have our post-game show. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Orange, you glad this isn't another Black Friday commercial? It's Orange Saturday at CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg. Get a juicy deal on a new 2024 Silverado 1500 available with 1.9% financing and up to $7,000 off MSRP. Or get a new 2025 Equinox with 0% financing. And even sweeter, 0% financing is also available on other select new Chevy models during the Red Tag sales event. Together, let's drive at CMA's ChevroletofMartinsburg.com. Owners just care more.
You feel that in the air? The precision passes of expletives thrown from a jersey-clad warrior to his TV, his dog, or anyone that'll listen. It's time for tailgating and showing off those parking lot picnics. Just remember, when you come out of the fourth quarter to 5 new dents, remember Cody's Auto Body is your MVP. I can erase those dents, just not the memory of your team's awful record. I'm Cody with Cody's Auto Body. That's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
Hi,
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School. 75-22, our final as Hedgesville defeats Kaiser in Game 1 here tonight. Stick around, we'll have Jefferson and Idea here in Game 2. Nick Verzolini, Dylan Bishop here on the postgame show. As our postgame show is brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu. Daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. We'll get into our post-game stats, and then we'll get Dylan's final thoughts and player of the game. But our post-game stats are brought to you by Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. We'll start with Kaiser. 4 points from Valentine, 2 from Lamka, 5 from Samples, 3 from Owens, 4 from Spiker, and 4 from McGreevy, totaling up for 22 for the Golden Tornado. On the Hedgesville Eagles side, Gavin Young with 2. Xavier Kirk with 14. Shoemaker with 3. 17 from Ethan Elliott. 20 from Noah Brown. 16 from T.D. Bonkins. And 3 from Faircloth. Player of the game is brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Dylan, first, I guess, just your quick final thoughts, and then whoever your player of the game is. I think I know where you're going to go, but not certain. There's a lot of great guys to go with here tonight.
I got to go with Noah Brown. Led the team in points. Was the leading culprit of Hedgesville's ability to turn defense into offense, and that was really the thing that showed out in this one. Maybe some nitpicks. You could say, hey, if you're playing a better team in EPAC play later on in the year, this could become a problem, but those are things they can work on as the year goes on. This is a good showcase for them and their defensive prowess.
All right, so we'll take about a 5-minute break, see if we can maybe grab an interview with Kyle Van Meter real quick, possibly Dylan, and I can kind of hold down the fort if you're taking a little bit there, and then we'll get into Game 2 between Jefferson and Idea here tonight. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in about 5 minutes.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Orsini's Home Store, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Cody's Auto Body, The Palace Lounge, CMA Honda, the Berkeley County Health Department, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, CMA Chrysler Dodge, WVU East, the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, RAI Properties, Parsons Ford, Rocks, Gary Kelly Allstate, and Panhandle Dumpsters.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.